Guru, Vai, 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 Guru. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ with Vaheguru Ji's Kripa, with the blessing of Vaheguru Ji. We all know that we are not this physical body. We live in this physical body. But the world is such a place that we are connected through this physical body in such a way that we are attached to everything what we do. We get so attached, and with the attachment of this world, it gives us pain, it gives us suffering. But we have to understand that we are minds. We are not physical, we are not brain, we are mind. But we have to recognize our identity. And that's what Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Shri Rag Mahalla Pehla, at Ang 57, at the end of Ang 57, at the end of page 57, he is telling us, Sun man phule bavre, Gur ki charni lag. Now there are multiple things here. Man is mind, phule bavre is a foolish and deluded mind, right? Mind which is in confusion. Gur ki charni lag. Now what is charans? Charan is a feet. But since we are sukham, subtle, our mind is subtle, mind is not physical. Similarly, the feet of Vaheguru, the feet of God, the feet of Allah, is also not physical. That is also invisible. Our mind is formless. Vaheguruji is formless. His charan, his feet is also mindless. The formless. What we have to do is, we have to connect our mind with the feet of Vaheguru. And we have discussed multiple times, what is the feet of Vaheguru? That is the sound which is coming out of the mouth of Vaheguru. That cosmic sound, that Omkar, that Noor, which is everywhere in this world. It is within us, it is outside us. But to connect with that, we have to go inside. That's what Maharaj is telling us. Sun man phule bavre. Listen, oh mind, listen. You have become foolish. You are connecting with this physical world, and you have forgotten that you are not this physical world. You are not this physical body. Gur ki charni lag. If you want to come out of the pain and suffering, you need to connect with the invisible, not with the visible. And how to connect? हर जप नाम ध्याए तू जम डर पै दुख भाग. If you want your pain and suffering to go away, what you should do? हर जप नाम ध्याए तू. हर जप. Har jap is, what is har jap? Remembering Vaheguru, remembering Allah, remembering Ram, remembering God all the time. And how? We have learned through Gurbani, we have to do Sas Giras Samrit. When we inhale, we say Vah. When we exhale, we say Guru, and we listen to our own voice. Vah, tummy in, Guru, tummy out, and listening to our own voice. But what are we doing with this? We are trying to kill all our thoughts. We are trying to kill all our thoughts. When we will do this, har jap naam ਧਿਆਏ tu jam ਡਰ ਪੈ ਦੁਖ ਭਾਗ. The death will also be afraid of us. Death will also not come close to you, close to us, because death can only come to the physical body, not to the mind. And if the mind is crystal clear, if the mind is glowing, if we have recognized who we are, Mantu, Jyot Sarup hai, Apna Mool Pachan, if mind has become light of God, light of Vaheguru, the Noor of Allah, then what is happening? Jam Darpa, that death will be afraid of us. Remember, Naam Sunat Jam Duro Bhagya. When we are chanting Naam, when we are connected with the Naam, jams cannot come close to us. Death, the angels of death cannot come close to us. They will be afraid of us. And when that happens, then dukh will also not come out. But what is dukh? What is pain and suffering of a mind? Pain and suffering of our mind literally is our thoughts. They are our thoughts. When we get a thoughts of Maya, of this physical world, we are anxious, we are stressed out, we are depressed, we have lust, we have greed, we have anger, we have attachment. All these things make us afraid of things. We are scared of our life. We are scared of the things what is going to happen next day to us. Will we be able to pay our mortgage? Will we be able to pay our bills? All those tensions and stress. Hana says, if you want to go away from these dukh, from this suffering, what you need to do, you need to meditate on the one, formless one, not to a human being. That is must. Har jap naam ਧਿਆਏ tu jam ਡਰ ਪੈ ਦੁਖ ਭਾਗ. ਦੁਖ ਕਣੋ ਦੁਹਾਗਣੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਥਿਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੁਹਾਗ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, when we are duhagan, we have discussed about what is a duhagan and what is a suhagan. Duhagan is the one who is unfortunate, who is not getting, and this is, we are talking about a mind. We are not talking about a physical body here. It's all about mind. Mind is formless. Mind doesn't have a gender. Vaheguruji is formless. Vaheguruji doesn't have a gender. He's not a male or she, he or she. But we have to recognize, since mind is so much deluded, pulaman, so much confused, so much foolish, that mind has started thinking that it is a physical body. And that's how our mind operates. We are thinking about physical things, and physical things will always give us dukh, always give us suffering. Dukh kano, dukh kano, duhagni, unfortunate. That is the plight of the unfortunate mind. It will have dukh. All these thoughts will give the dukh. It's just like a husband or a wife, a spouse, when they don't get a love from their husband or they don't get a love from their wife, they are duhagan. Dukh kano duhagni, kyun thir rahe suhag. When you are duhagan, when we are duhagan in physical life, in our relationships, when we are unfortunate, there's something going on, some problems going on with our spouse, then what happens? The marriage doesn't survive. Similarly, when mind turns its back from Vaheguru, mind is not looking at Vaheguru, mind is in love of the world. There are two love we can have. At one time, we can only have one kind of a love. Either we can love Vaheguru or we can love this world. If we want to love Vaheguru, we have to leave the love of this world. ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਖਹਿੜਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੁਡਵਾਵਾਂਗੇ, till the time we will not leave this world, we will have dukh, we will have suffering. And it doesn't matter who you are, from which country you belong to, which religion you belong to. This is what it is. Because mind has forgotten the real form. Dukh kano kano, so much dukh. There will be so much terrible pain. Dukh kano duhagni, kyun thir rahe suhag. Pai re avar nahi main thaun. There is no place for mind. Okay, we need to understand, we need to go back to our basics. We have physically 9 doors of this body: 2 eyes, 2 nose, as in 2 nostrils, 2 ears, 1 mouth, and 2 down below for the garbage. 9 openings, 9 doors in this physical body. We experience this world through these 9 doors, through these 9 doors. But that is not the real place of the mind. For example, when we smell something, our mind goes there. When we see something, our mind goes there. When we hear something, our mind goes there. That's how we experience this world. When we will bring our surt, our focus, our mind, our dhyan above the 9 doors, we will have no dukh, no pain. Because that is not the real place of the mind. That is not the real, these 9 doors are not the real place for the mind. And that's why mind is always wandering. Mind is always full of thoughts. Pai re avar nahi main thaun, main tan naam nidan hai, gur diya bal jaun. Maharaj says, don't look for the happiness outside through these 9 doors. The happiness is inside you. That happiness is inside you. That Noor, that Naam, that Jyot of Vaheguruji is inside you. That light of Vaheguruji is inside you. That Naam is inside you. That cosmic sound, Jo Barmande, Soi Pinde, Jo Koje So Paye. Whatever is in the cosmos, that is in your body. Search there and you will find the happiness. Main tan naam nidan hai. And that guru, that teacher is also inside you. Satguruji is sitting inside us like a jyot, like a light of Vaheguru. Just like we have a mind, we have light of Vaheguruji also inside us. The only thing is it's disconnected. When mind will connect with the Satguru, the problems will be resolved. And that connection is Naam. That connection is called Naam. That's Sukham Naam. We have a Akhri Naam, the Naam which we chant through words. It can be Vah, Guru, Allah, Hu, Ram, Ram, Har, Har, anything from whichever culture you belong to. Since we came from Punjab, our Guru gave us the Guru Mantar, Vah Guru. Akhri Naam, Akhri Salah, Akhri Gyan, Geet Gunga. First we have to start doing the praises of Vaheguru with the words through Saas Gras Simran, inhaling, exhaling, and listening to our own voice. That is the ton, that is the currency, that is the money of Naam which we have to collect. The wealth of Naam. Main tan Naam nidan hai. That is the khajana, that is the treasure which we have to collect. मैं तन नाम निदान है गुर दिया बल जाओ. And I am sacrificed to my Guru, which is inside me, in the form of a shabad, in the form of a sound. I am sacrificed to my Guru because now my mind has started connecting with that sound. And I know this sound is nothing but a ship which will take me to my husband Lord, as in Vaheguru, as in God, as in Allah, as in Ram. मैं तन राम, मैं तन नाम, निदान है गुर दिया बल जाऊं. This is Rahaustuk, which is a central idea. Gurmat pat shabash, this ke sang milaun. It's not only chanting. It's not only chanting which we have to do. We also have to take a wisdom of Gurbani. The wisdom of Gurbani. Whatever we are reading right now, we have to take the wisdom. Wisdom is not just reading. Wisdom is not just understanding. Wisdom is when we are following the path of our Guru, our teacher. Who is our teacher? Who is our teacher? It's Gurbani, not a physical person. Bani Guru. Guru hai Bani, which Bani Amrit Sare. Gurbani kahe, sevak jan mane, partak Guru nishtare. Gurbani is our Guru. Gurbani is our Satguru. Gurmat pat shabash. Tiske sang milaun. If you want to have honor, if you want to come out of this pain and suffering, you also need to take the wisdom. You have to do what your Guru is telling you, because then only there will be no suffering. The moment we will use our own wisdom, we will be surrounded with these five dudes, with this lust, with this greed, with this anger, with this attachment, with this ego. And Gurmat tells us that we need to be away of lust, away of greed, away of anger, away of attachment, away of ego. But it's not difficult. It's not an overnight thing. This is who we are. Our mind is always captured by these five thieves. But when we take a wisdom of our Guru, Guru's mat, Gurmat pat shabash hai, and we will get an honor. Where? Above these 9 doors. Because in these 9 doors, which we discussed, these 9 openings of our body, it's only dukh, it's only suffering. We might get a temporary happiness, but again there will be a dukh. Gurmat pat shabash tiske sang milaun. We need to be with him. We need to merge in Vaheguru, and he is above these 9 doors, above these 9 openings. We have to bring our mind there. And what is the easiest way to do it? By chanting his Naam, the physical Naam, the Naam with the words. And then when we will kill our thoughts, Maharaj will do the Kirpa, Vaheguruji will do the Kirpa, Vaheguruji will bless us with the Sukham Naam, with the subtle Naam, the cosmic sound, the sound of this universe, that Anhad Shabad, that Saj Tun. Gurmat Pat Shabas, tiske sang milaun. Then only we can merge in Vaheguru. This bin kadi na jeev. So much love will come, will be blessed with so much preet, so much love. Maharaj says, फिर तुसी एक घड़ी भी नहीं जियोगे. You will not be able to live even for a moment without Vaheguru, because you will know where the happiness is. That is the only place where the happiness is. Happiness is invisible. Vaiguruji is invisible. Mind is also invisible. Then mind will realize its real form. Tis bin kadi na jeevu. Bin naave mar jaun. Without Naam, I will die. That the Naam is the only savior for me. Wah, Guru, Wah, Guru, Wah, Guru, Wah, Guru, Wah, Guru, Wah, Guru. From multiple thoughts to one thought, only one thought left. And then from one to zero. When we go to this Sun Samad, very important to learn how to go in state of Sun. Very important to learn how to go in a zero state, how to empty your mind from all these automatic thoughts given to us by these five thieves, by this world. We have to empty our mind. When we will learn to empty our mind, we will go in Sun, the start state where we are disconnected from the world, totally, 100%. गुरमत पत शाबाश तिस तिसके संग मिलाऊं तिस बिन कड़ी ना जीवूं bin naame mar jaun. Then we'll realize that how much bliss, how much anand is there when we go to the zero state, to the sun. मैं अंधले नाम ना विसरे. That first Maharaj says, this bin kadi na jeevu, that I cannot live without even for a single moment. Bin naame mar jaun, without naam I will die. मैं अंधले नाम ना विसरे. मैं अंधले नाम ना विसरे. You know, when somebody is blind, when they cannot see in this physical world, they will use a stick. They will use a stick to figure it out what is in front of them because they cannot see it. Maharaj says, when we go inside, when we meditate, when we close our eyes, the first thing is blackness. And Maharaj will bless us with that stick. What is that stick? So when your room is all dark, right? And if you hear a sound in that room, automatically you know there is something there in the corner. Let's say the sound is coming from the corner of the room. Your attention, your focus will go there. That is the same thing which the cosmic sound does to you. It is a take, it is a stick of a blind man. That's a first stage. That is once we go to Sun, then we start hearing that cosmic sound. And when we go to the zero state, then we'll hear that sound, then we will know where Vaiguruji is. It will take, our focus will go above these 9 doors. That sound will take us out of the suffering, above the 9 doors. That's what Maharaj is saying. Main andale naam na visre. I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget. Not this Akri Naam, as well as this cosmic sound, as well as this voice of Vaiguru. And this is like my take tiki kar jaun, because this sound can take me to my own house, to the 10th door, above these 9 doors. मैं अंदले नाम ना विसरे, take tiki kar jaun. The sound can take me there. Guru jina ka andla chele nahi thau. But what has happened in this world? That guru, that teacher, which is inside us, we are looking for the teacher outside. Maharaj says, Guru jinaka andala chele nahi thau. And if you will start finding somebody outside, that outside person can help you, then what will happen? You will drown. You will not find your house, because that love, that teacher, that Shabad Guru is inside you. That cosmic sound is inside you. The person who is sitting on the mic is not a Guru. That's why Gurbani has blessed us with the wisdom of Sangat. When we all come together, Ai Panti Sagal Jamati Man Jeeta Jag Jeet. We all come together as a sangat, as a congregation to jap naam together. Because when all our vibrations, sab surti mil surt kamai, sab keemat pai, then we will realize as a team, we can realize, we can reach, we can find out that naam which is inside us, that jyot, that shabad, that sound which is inside us. That's why Maharaj says, don't rely on the people, physical people which are outside. Rely on the Gurbani, rely on Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Guru Jina ka andala, chele nahi thao. The chele also, the followers will also not find the place because their surt, their focus is outside, not inside. Kende bin satgur thao na paiye. You need a satgur which is inside you. Bin satgur thao na paiye. Outside Satguru is Guru Granth Sahib Ji's Gurbani, which is in the words, and that this wisdom will guide us inside. Bin satgur thao na paiye. Bin nave kya suao. Kende your birth, there's no worth of this birth. What is the purpose of our life? Pai prapat manuk dehuriya gobind milan ki e teri bariya. We came to this world so that we can meet Vaheguru. We are separated from ages, from different births. We have got this opportunity to meet Vaheguru, to meet God, to merge in God. But for that, we need Satguru, not a physical person outside, no Asantamatma, not Dera, no saints outside. Because even the outside ones, if there is some honorable outside physical person, they also found Vaheguru from inside. And that's what Gurvani is telling us. Go inside, look inside, go above your 9 doors. Maine Satgur thao na paiye, bin nave kya suao, aaye gaya pachutavana, jyo sunjay kar kaun. Kende it is the same way like a crows in a deserted house. You know, when the house is deserted, when nobody is living, some birds will come there in the house because birds will find a place they can make their nest and all, right? Maharaj says these vikars, these vices, these 5 thieves, they will make their house, meaning we will be doing whatever worldly things anybody do, full of lust, full of greed, full of anger, full of attachment. We will repent at the end. If we will not connect with this Shabad, with this Naam, if we will not meditate, if we will not try to connect for what we came here, because we are separated from a long time. Kirt karam ke bichde, kar kirpa melo ram. We are separated. We need to connect with Vaheguru. Till the time we'll not connect, we will have dukh, we'll have suffering. Bin naave dukh dehuri, ज्यों कल्लर की पीत, just like a wall is crumbled, just like a wall is crumbled, similarly we will get a suffering without the naam, without that shabad, without that cosmic sound. bin naame dukh dehuri, ज्यों कल्लर की पीत, this body will crumble. Which body? There is a subtle body inside us. Subtle body is very similar to physical body. Physical body is also made out of 5 elements. The subtle body is made out of 5 subtle elements. Sukham. But when we will jap naam, when we will meditate, when we'll do sasgra simran, when we'll come in the congregation, when we will jap naam in the sangat, what will happen? Our mind will start realizing it is not this physical body. It will start recognizing its real form. And mind is also formless. But Maharaj says, if it does not, then it will crumble. What does that mean? It will crumble. That means just like a physical body at the end, will be like a sand. Either you cremate it or you bury it. It will still become a sand. That will be the status of our physical body. And for the Sukham body will, subtle body, as in our minds, we will go into the 84 lakh zone in 8.4 million reincarnations. Bin nave dukh dehuri. The pain will not be finished. If somebody thinks that I got a very unfortunate news yesterday of some Gurmukh and their relatives, they called me and they said that the guy committed a suicide. I didn't knew that person, who it was. But that's what happens. We live in dukh in this physical body, and then we leave this physical body in dukh, in pain, in suffering. Who knows how much pain and suffering that person was going through inside? They didn't knew that their son, that kid was going through a pain and suffering. But that's why we have to tell others that Naam, Vaiguruji, that God is sitting inside you. You don't have to go to any place or to any person. That happiness is inside you. But that realization will only come when we will meditate. Bin nawe dukh deori, jo kallar ki peet, tab lag mahal na paiye, jab lag saach na cheet. And if you want to have a happiness, then remember that truth. What is that truth? That truth is Vaiguruji. That truth is God. Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai Bhi Sach, Nanak Hosi Bhi Sach. He was true before. He is true today. He will be true in future. He will be true forever. Tab lag mahal na paiye. Mahal is his house. If we want to go to his house, which is our house, because we are all sons and daughters of Vaiguru. But we have forgotten our house. We are astray. We are wandering because of these thoughts. Tab lag mahal na paiye, jab lag saach na cheet, shabad rapa kar paiye, nirbani pad neet. But if we will be attuned to this Shabad, to the sound of Vaiguru, which is coming out of the mouth of Vaiguru, that cosmic sound, which is all over the universe, then we can enter our home, his home. He is calling us. Mere man pardesi ve pyare, aao kare. He's calling us again and again. He's sending a messages. Oh, my son. Oh, my daughter. Oh, my mind, come back to me. He's calling us. But we have to meditate to connect with him. And you don't need any rituals for that. What you need is pure love. Love with whom? Love with the one, the formless one, not with a human being. Love with one Vaiguru. Jin prem kiyo, Guru Gobind Singh Ji says, Jin prem kiyo, then he prapayo. And that love will come when we will meditate. More we will meditate, more love will come. Shabad Rape. Then we will be attuned to that Shabad. Then we'll connect with that Shabad. Shabad Rape Kar Paiye. Then we'll go to our house above these 9 doors. Shabad Rape Kar Paiye. Nirbani Pad Pao. That pad, that fourth dimension, above these 3 qualities of Maya, of this world, above these 9 doors. Shabad Rapa Kar Paiya Nirbani Pad Neet. Every day we have to leave the desires. Every day these 5 thieves will tell us, oh, you need this, you need that. But we have to realize, we have to remember what is the real purpose of our life. And the only way to remember and love Vaiguru is by singing his praises, by remembering him with every breath. सास सास सिमरो गोबिंद मन अंतर की उतरे चिंत. Then all the stress will go away. All the dukh, all the sadness will go away. Because then we know the reality. That the reality is not this physical world. Reality is inside us. That truth is inside us. And we have to connect with that such. Ji, let's try to connect Saas Gira Simran. How we do Saas Gira Simran? When we say Wah, tummy in, listen from our ears. When we say Guru, tummy out, listen from our ears. Tummy in, tummy out is very little bit, not so much. Wah, tummy in, listen from our own voice. Guru, tummy out, listen from ours. We have to chant with the tongue, listen with our ears, with love. गाविए सुनिए मन रखिए पाओ. और जी शुरू करिए. वाह गुरु 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 गुरु वाह 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 गुरु गुरु वाह गुरु वाह गुरु वाह गुरु वाह गुरु वाह गुरु वाह
वाह गुरु वाह गुरु वाह गुरु वाह गुरु वाह गुरु वाह गुरु